Chapter 28. Yep, I'm hanging in there, she responded. Feel free to take a look. Adelmo carefully examines the wounds, observing numerous bite marks scattered across her arms and legs. Did all these bite marks come from the same zombie? He inquired. Yes, I was attempting to fend it off, doing everything in my power, but every time I approached, it seemed to outpace me and take a bite, she explained. It suddenly lunged at me, knocking me down. I was helpless. That's when you arrived. Thank you for that. Adelmo smiled warmly and replied, No problem at all. He casually slung his bag off his shoulder and eagerly rummaged through it, his eyes lighting up as he discovered that he had indeed packed some first aid supplies. It seemed as if luck was on his side today as he pulled out the items he had taken from the hospital earlier. Extracting the necessary items, he paused to consider the situation before addressing her. You're covered in blood. Let's head back to my hotel room so you can get cleaned up and get rid of all this mess, and then I'll be able to attend to your injuries. Sound good? She seemed a bit disoriented, but nodded in agreement. As Lana glanced at the clock, she realized that she had to make a quick trip to the store to take care of some last-minute errands before leaving town. Without wasting any time, she swiftly prepared herself, gathered her belongings, and made her way to the shop. However, to her surprise, the roads were unusually congested today, causing her frustration to rise. Despite her annoyance, she knew she had no other option but to patiently navigate through the busy traffic and get her tasks done. Adelmo carefully escorted the girl to the hotel room, her body stained with blood. He guided her into the shower, where she struggled to maintain her balance due to her weakened state from the blood loss. The water cascaded over her, washing away the crimson stains, revealing the bite marks left by the zombie on her arms and legs. Adelmo's worry about the girl was evident as he tended to her, hoping she would be all right. He treated her with care, almost like a nurse attending to a patient, doing his best to clean her wounds and provide assistance wherever needed. The scene was a mix of relief that she was safe and concern for her well-being as he worked diligently to help her recover from the traumatic experience. Adelmo expressed his concern and sympathy towards the girl as he asked her, Where are your parents? The girl, overwhelmed with emotions, begins to cry and explains, My parents were tragically killed by the same creatures that almost took my life. She further revealed, All we were trying to do was enjoy a pleasant vacation. Adelmo understood the girl's pain. He offered a heartfelt apology for her loss. He kindly suggested, Since you have no one, and if you feel uncomfortable being alone, you are more than welcome to stay with me. Adelmo's compassionate gesture aimed to provide solace and support to the grieving girl during this difficult time. As he pondered the situation, he realized the importance of informing Lana about his whereabouts and how she could reach him. With a sense of urgency, he politely asked the girl, Can you give me a moment? I need to make a call. Dialing the number to the store, he was surprised when it went straight to the answering machine, finding it peculiar that it was likely busy at that moment. Despite this, he made sure to provide Lana with all the necessary information on how to contact him and where he was staying. Expressing concern for the girl's well-being, he advised her to rest and replenish her energy after losing a significant amount of blood. Adelmo assured her that he would continue to help others in need around town. The girl, grateful for his assistance, thanked him sincerely before he left the room, leaving a glass of water by her bedside and taking his bag with him as he stepped out the door. Lana made her way to the store, taking the time to double-check everything before making her way to the airport. As she glanced at the answering machine, she anticipated only receiving mundane book orders. However, to her surprise, one of the messages was from Adelmo, providing detailed information about his whereabouts, room number, and contact number. Excitement surged through Lana as she hastily jotted down the valuable information and stashed it safely in her purse. After completing her tasks at the store, she made her way to the airport, eager to embark on the next part of her journey. As Adelmo observed the housekeeping staff moving through the rooms, he suddenly heard a blood-curdling scream that sent shivers down his spine. Without a moment's hesitation, a woman rushed out of one of the rooms in a state of sheer panic, prompting Adelmo to spring into action. Drawing his blade in a swift motion, Adelmo cautiously entered the room, fully expecting to encounter a zombie lurking within. However, what he found was far more gruesome than he could have ever imagined. The room was a scene of horror, with blood splattered across the walls and a mutilated body lying on the bed, its entrails strewn around it. The putrid stench of decay filled the air, threatening to overwhelm Adelmo's senses. As he ventured further into the room, Adelmo spotted a zombie lurking behind the bed, its intentions clear. With a swift and decisive strike, he plunged his blade into the creature's skull, putting an end to its twisted existence. The sight of blood pooling on the floor served as a grim reminder of the harsh reality of the situation. Upon closer inspection, Adelmo noticed that both the deceased individuals were wearing wedding rings, a chilling revelation that hints at a darker truth. The thought of unsuspecting vacationers falling victim to such a gruesome fate weighs heavily on Adelmo's mind, prompting him to question the true nature of those around him. The facade of happiness and normalcy was shattered, revealing the sinister underbelly that lurks beneath the surface.